Okay, so here's our applied knowledge group assignment for Table 13 by Scotlyn, Katie, Amelia, and Kimberly. So here's our brainstorming process. We wanted to have a product that was useful on the University of Arizona campus, desirable for students to use at any time and anywhere, solve the problem of paper waste, or at least minimize it, and utilize renewable energy. So we went through a bunch of different ideas, and eventually our final product was the Clean Green Reprint machine. So our slogan for it is reduce, reuse, recycle, rewards. And some of the benefits of our product is that it is solar powered, reduces paper waste, provides incentives for students. It's a universal product because everyone uses paper and needs to recycle it. It's easy to use and energy efficient.
Our plan is to put these recycling machines outside of buildings that have cap print machines inside of them. They're solar powered machines, so they will be able to function without the built-in battery during the day. These machines can hold up to 600 sheets of paper at a time, and it can transform 75 sheets of used paper to new paper every 2 to 4 hours. This used paper can also be transformed into other paper products, including cardboard, cardstock, and both lined and printer paper. We are trying to aid the environmental issue of paper waste. In the US alone, we use 85 million tons of paper annually, which equals about 680 pounds per person. Our machine also helps with the society's carbon footprint. When trees are destroyed for the making of paper, they release all their carbon into the atmosphere. If we clean and reuse our paper, less trees are cut down for this purpose, therefore aiding and ending deforestation and reducing the loss of biodiversity. The paper mill also puts greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, but if paper is cleaned and reused, these emissions go down by 50 to 80%. The impacts of our machine are reduced paper waste because paper is being reused, less resources required due to less trees, oil, energy, and water being used, and less virtual water is involved because there are less stakeholders in the process.
So our machine has various benefits for consumers and participants, some of which for consumers are cheaper than traditional recycling, energy efficient by using solar energy, which is a reusable source. It has public appeal and therefore will draw in more participants, and it's an eco-friendly machine. For our participants, it will lead to a greener lifestyle, there is money back in rebates, and it's easy to use. For the financial sector of our product, we have the cost of our product is going to be about $15 for a tall recycling bin, $18 for a conveyor belt, which is 1 per machine, $12 for a solar panel, 2 per machine, $50 for a battery, 1 per machine, $5 for a scale, $40 for a solar powered credit card swiper, and $25 for a fan. So overall, it's going to be about $177 per machine.
So let's talk a little bit about the price of our machine. So as we mentioned, it would cost around $177 to produce our machine. However, we'd be bringing in a revenue before net of $375, which is a net revenue of $198 per machine. So Sharks, if you see that we are only are spending $177, it's really good revenue source. So yeah. Let's talk about our marketing strategies here. So what we're really trying to target with our market is that we're going to start with the University of Arizona. We think that this could really take off in our own campus before we bring it to other places that I'll be talking about in a minute here. So first, we want to present our idea to the Dean of the Environmental College. That way they can get a better understanding of the product and it can be like first started there, and then we can start discussing it with President Robbins and see what he has to say about it. That way we can really get our product up and running at the University of Arizona. Once our own college sees how wonderful our product has been, we can expand it into other universities that I'm sure would love to be able to use the product as well. We can even bring it into high schools and public libraries, which are some of the other common places where paper is wasted at a ridiculous amount. We can also talk about our competition here. So yes, paper recycling companies do exist. What they do is they wash paper to create new paper. It's an entire process that we've done a lot of research into. But we have a clear competitive edge, and that's because those companies are over 500 miles away from the University of Arizona campus. So they're not near our campus. It's really inefficient for them to try to reach out to our campus, and it really isn't a good process for them. Additionally, our transportation costs and our emissions put up by the trucks are just not making it worth it. Whereas if we had an in-house efficient product, then we wouldn't have to use those companies. And additionally, our initial cost is cheaper. So we're saving money all around and we're saving the environment. So yeah, that's our product, the Clean Green Reprint machine. And here are our sources. But yeah, thank you so much. We hope you give our product a chance on the market.